And we're live. So the Bucks beat the Celtics in game one by pretty decent amount. Showed
You
that
don't have
they
you don't know that much.
was it 26?
It
I,
was a
I just
and the final score was by 12, but yeah, at one point I think they were up
what?
like
I thought it
26.
was 110 to 86
No, it
or
was
something like
101 to 89 in game 1.
I whatever. You know, I don't know how I pulled that number out, but anyway, we got we got the Bucks beating the Celtics in game one, showing their amazing defense, and then the Celtics come back and completely obliterate the Bucks with their defense. And
109
so,
to 86.
yes, so that's where I got that number from. Okay.
Ah,
Um, and so we asked the question, is this Celtics defense the best of all time? Did they just prove that with their last win without the defensive player of the year?
oh wow, I didn't even realize that yeah, Marcus Smart wasn't in that.
Yeah.
Um Wild. Um So my thought on this is there are two players who certainly hope that this is the greatest defense of all time, and that's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, because then
Yeah.
they can be like, yeah, see, like not so
Yeah.
easy. They're the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
What were we supposed to do?
Yeah.
um,
Exactly.
but no, I don't think this is the best. It might be the best defense currently in the league, but
Yeah.
I don't think this is the best defense of all time. I do find it very interesting, though, the massive point swing from game one to game two, and how in game one, Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum were held to just abysmal low shooting numbers. And then game
Yeah.
two turned it around and shot over like 50%. Whereas, everyone on the Bucks except for Giannis shot horribly
Well, and
and couldn't
even
score.
Giannis shot terribly in the first half. He was 1 for 10,
That's true. Yeah. I mean, he did finish with, um,
30, wasn't he? 31 points or something like that.
he finished with, hang on, I got it right here.
Why do we not just have it pulled up?
I have multiple things pulled up at a
I got it
time.
right here. Oh, Giannis
He
had
had 28
28
points. I won. He had
and he
28
was
points.
11 for 27.
Yep. Not the best
Wait,
player in the world anymore.
yeah.
Just kidding. He still is.
What's weird is actually everyone else shot it really well except Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
No,
7 for 20 from Drew Holiday.
but
But
they
here's the
had
thing, Giannis and
16
Drew
turnovers
Holiday
too.
took like all the shots.
Yeah,
Giannis took 27, Drew Holiday took 20. That's 47 of their 73 shots.
yeah. I feel like that was kind of the Celtics' plan was like, okay, let's just see if um, they can actually beat us on their own because they didn't send many double teams at Giannis. They didn't try and get the ball out of his hands. I mean,
Yeah.
if you watch Grant Williams, the tank was just standing his ground on Giannis, which was amazing.
Yeah, I remember we said Joel Embiid might be the best player to defend Giannis, but no, it's actually Grant Williams. That dude is solid as a freaking rock. And not to
I
mention, Al Horford got some old man strength with him
true.
too. I saw him get the best of Giannis a couple of times too.
I feel like he looks like he weighs less than he probably actually does.
Yeah,
In fact, I want to know how much he weighs.
you'll never get how much he really weighs.
Well, that's true, but we can at least look.
So here's a fun stat for you. In this is the this is the third time that Giannis and Tatum and Brown have met in the playoffs. I guess Chris Middleton too. Well, Chris Middleton's not playing.
Yeah,
This is the
no,
third time the Celtics and the Bucks have played each other in their modern
yeah,
teams, right? So in 2018, they lost to the Celtics in 7. Um, and then in 2019, they beat the Celtics in 5 in
Yeah.
the second round. And then that's been it. So, yeah, so this is kind of a best of 3
Yeah. That's
for
pretty cool.
Tatum and Giannis
Um,
here.
so I did just look it up, and they're both Giannis and Horford are both listed at 240. So I
Oh
guess they
wow.
weigh about the same.
See, but Giannis has like 240 of muscle. Horford's got like
Yeah.
240 and
In
not
dad
muscle.
bod.
Dad bod, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he doesn't have like 4 kids at home. Like he just looks like he got 4 kids at home.
Yeah.
What was I think this is the biggest problem though for the Bucks and what the hats off to literally and figuratively to the Celtics head coach. For the life of me, I cannot remember his name.
Ime Udoka.
Ime Udoka. Got to get that. I still want to say Brad Stevens because he was it for so long. But
Yeah.
anyways, hats off to him because this guy has proven he can make great
Oh yeah.
adjustments. And because the Bucks came out running and dominating that first game, and then the second game they made all the adjustments, and now it's going to
Yeah.
be interesting to see what the Bucks do in response because I don't think Mike Budenholzer is that great of an
Yeah.
adjusting head coach.
I don't
And
either.
also, you can tell the Bucks miss Chris Middleton
Yeah.
because, yeah, aside from Giannis and Drew Holiday, hence why they're taking all the shots, they don't really have any other scorers that can create their own offense. It all has to be
Yeah.
created from either Giannis or Drew Holiday.
Holiday.
And I think the Celtics plan is just let's let the bench players beat us. If they do it,
Yeah.
so be it.
Well, and I thought it was, or I think the Bucks kind of did exactly what they wanted to do in game 2, but the problem was they just caught fire from 3, the Celtics. And because they made 20 out of like 48 3.
43. Wow, I didn't even
Yeah,
realize that.
20 out of 43 3-pointers. And if you notice, they actually shot less 3-pointers in game 2 than they did in game 1. And in game 1, they only made 18. They were 18 for 50.
Oh
And so
wow.
I think the Bucks strategy is kind of like, we'll give you the 3. We're betting that you're not going to have 4 hot streak shooting nights, and you're mostly going to go the 18 for 50. And every time you do that, we're going to win.
Yeah. And
So it'll
they
be
know they
interesting.
can get the rebound because Giannis
Exactly.
almost certainly is down there, and no one's
And
going to
Brook
out rebound.
Lopez is a giant
Yeah.
too. And well, and I'm also curious to see how well the Celtics can shoot away from Boston.
Yeah.
If it's going to be more of like a 18 for 50 type of night.
It's a lot
Once
easier to
they go
make
back to
shots when you're
Milwaukee.
home.
Exactly.
A lot easier to
So
make shots from home.
it'll definitely be interesting to see if the Bucks do make an adjustment or if they're just relying on that game plan.
Yeah. Also, it should be noted for those of you who are wondering, Chris Middleton is going to be out the whole Celtics series with an MCL sprain.
Yep.
So they don't want to re-aggravate it and then he tears his ACL or his MCL. So it's really unfortunate. I mean, I really don't know if we'll see him again this playoffs.
I think if they made the finals, they probably would.
I don't know, man. With a sprain, those things can take a long time to heal. That was what Kevin Durant had.
Well, I mean, somehow
in 2019. Giannis isn't human, okay? I saw his leg freaking the wrong way, and he came back and was fine because he's not human. I can't hear you at all, Blake. You just muted yourself.
Oh, my headphones died.
Oh.
I don't know what that's going to do to the audio, but hopefully it's all good. But yeah, I was about to bring that up too. I was like, somehow Giannis hyperextends his knee. It looked terrible. And then
I thought he was done
like
for the series. Yeah, I'm like, well, we might see him next year.
Yeah, exactly.
sometime. Yeah,
But
Giannis isn't human, so we can't hold him to
yeah,
that standard.
exactly. He's Greek. He's not human. He's Greek.
He's a freak. Yep. They're not
Uh,
human, as we know.
but yeah, I mean, bottom line, I don't think the Celtics have the best defense, but I mean, definitely right now, I think these are the two best defensive teams we've seen in quite a while.
Yeah. And I think aside from the Warriors Grizzlies series, this is the funnest, most exciting series to watch because I really have no idea how
Yeah,
it's going to go.
same.
So Blake, I would ask you now, based on the two games we've seen, it's now basically to a best of five. Who's winning this series?
I'm sticking with Bucks easily. Bucks in
Yeah.
6, I think.
Bucks and 6.
Yeah,
Okay. See, I don't know. I know I picked the Bucks to go to the finals, but I also underestimated the Celtics. So we'll
yeah, you
see.
got losing to the Nets.
Yeah, because dude, since 2018, the Celtics have let me down. I thought they were going to go farther than they really ended up going. Then, so this year I was like, I'm done. I give up.
Yeah,
It was like a bad relationship. I was finally out, and now they're thriving. So, and now, much like a toxic relationship, I want to go back with that ex. Be like,
yep,
you know what? They've changed now. I'm going to root for them. And then the second I
yep,
do, they're going to get blown out.
yep. Bucks in 5. Just kidding.
I think it's going 7 this series.
I'm saying Bucks in 6. They win the 2 at home, lose in Boston, and then win back at home.
Oh, see, I think they split. I think they split Milwaukee because I think Milwaukee comes out, wins game 3, and then Boston makes more adjustments, wins game 4.
You're thinking an every other one type thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, I think yeah. So it ends up going
Yeah.
7, and I think I favor the Bucks in 7.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Watch this. Celtics are going to win now because I said it. I know it.